What do you think? Any idea where the trailhead actually is?
Well, I think it's that direction to our right.
All right, let's go.
Well, let's see if we can find it.
So, as near as I can tell, the trail itself from this trailhead to the viewpoint is about 38 miles. Uphill, both ways, in the snow. So hopefully you brought your crampons and ice pick.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh.
What does that sign say?
It says, okay, so it's written in drummer bear. So it says here, there we go. Number 673 miles to go. I guess I was a little off. All right. Well, this is it.
Actually,
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to Lake Veda, whatever we go.
well, I think geologically they pronounce it Veda,
Okay.
but I had an aunt Veda, V-E-D-A, so I pronounce it Veda.
Then Lake Veda it is. So when was the last time you were up here?
At least 20 years ago.
So 20 years ago, you would have been 20.
Yeah.
So you can tell who the experienced hiker is. He's got a stick. Now he's going to tell me that he brought that for hiking, but in actuality, if I say something that's a little too smart, he's going to turn around and hit me with that thing.
Yes, sir. Beautiful place.
It is.
Beautiful shot. Yes, I need a record shot of that. So I
Do you know how to use it? There's no dial on that.
There's no dial?
No.
Oh, how
Although there's an app you can get that actually allows you to. Okay.
No, let's see, I'm going to go just a little further down.
All right. I know this isn't where we're going, but it was just a beautiful scene.
It's a, you need to stop and view the beauty where it's at. Yes, it is.
This is definitely a trip of not about getting there, but the journey of getting there.
It's definitely.
Right?
Definitely the journey. I
All
said. Yeah, it may have been 30 years ago when I was here.
Yeah.
I was just a kid then.
Well, I mean, you're not much different now. All right, lead the way,
well,
sir.
I'm definitely older, maybe not wiser, but definitely older.
You'll notice I didn't comment.
Yeah, I don't think we can move that.
And it's still stuck in pretty good. So, drummer bears. I'm really surprised you've heard of grizzly bears, right?
Which bears?
Grizzly bears,
Grizzly bears.
black bears, brown bears, polar bears,
Yep.
but never a drummer bear.
No.
Okay, well, drummer bears are exclusive to the Pacific Northwest. Many people might confuse them with Bigfoot, but they're not. They're not Bigfoot. They're another form of bear. So the way this works is late at night when you're in your tent. See, most bears lay down for the night. Drummer bears don't. They're exactly the opposite. So late at night when you're laying in your tent and everyone starts snoring, you fall asleep, you're just enjoying the wilderness. You ever laid in your sleeping bag in your tent in the middle of the night? You feel something kind of thump, thump, thump tap you through the tent?
That's the drummer bear.
That is the drummer bear. And what they do is they take these ginormous paws. An average adult drummer bear's paw is about 18 inches across. Okay?
Okay.
And what they do is they find your tent and then they kind of put their, it depends if they're left or right pawed. They put their paw up on your tent and they slowly press down. Now they know most people's heads are by the screen door. Oh, a butterfly. They know most people's heads are by the screen door, so they usually start her on the back. But they'll slowly put pressure. They'll slowly put pressure on the tent until they feel your feet in a sleeping bag. That seems to be their thing. That's what they like. And then they take and they press down really, really slow. These guys, it's a highly trained operation with these bears. And they press down so they can just start to feel your foot through the sleeping bag. And then they take their other paw with their pointer digit, and that claw actually grows rounded, kind of like a drumstick tip. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And so they find your foot and then they go thump, thump, thump. And if they don't get a reaction, they go thump, thump, thump. And then finally, they increase it until finally someone says, "Hey, what are you doing?" Or something. They yell out or something. And then the bear stops. And they just silently sit there. Now, a lot of people don't know that drummer bears can actually hold their breath for upwards of an hour and a half. That's impressive. But they'll sit there and they'll cop a squat right where they did it at. And they'll hold their breath so you can't hear them breathing or anything. They're just motionless like a statue. And then they wait until everybody starts snoring again. Then they do it again. Because the game for drummer bears is they have to do it twice. Otherwise, it's not a win. And then when they get you the second time, that's usually when people go, okay, something's going on. And during the chaos rustling around, you know, those nylon sleeping bags rattling around, the kid starts crying, all that. That's when the drummer bear makes his out. Okay, and he goes. Now, then what happens is the bears, they all got this local meeting point in an established campground. It's usually an amphitheater that no one's at in the middle of the night. But if it's not an established like fancy campground like that, they just got kind of rally point. And then they all meet up there. And they give each other high five paws. And then they talk about their story, who they got, how many they got, and they share their stuff. And then they hang out there for a bit, and then they go trade off camp spots. They tell each other where everybody's camp is. They trade each other's camp information, and then they swap locations, and then they go find stuff to eat because people don't use bear bags or bear buckets and, you know, whatever. And so most people, they got these new fancy keys these days, the remote start, or you just walk up your car and open your doorknob, you know, because you got your key in your pocket. Yep. Most people are sleeping close enough to their car where the bear just walks up, grabs the handle, and unlocks because it's still reading the signal off the key fob. And then they get in the car and they just chow down on all your stuff. And then they meet up at the camp again. They share whatever snacks they did bring back, and they sleep all day long waiting for the next night. It's amazing. I really thought maybe you'd heard of drummer bears. Well, now you know.
I was looking up at the moss on the trees.
Oh, the Spanish moss. I love that stuff.
When we were Boy Scouts, we used that to start our fires.
Yep. I saved some of that in my tent. Yeah, I found, I kept some of the Spanish moss and some pitch balls, wrapped them up, and they're in my box for my gear. It's amazing. How many people don't know about pitch balls these days? How valuable those are.
Yeah.
So we should have only about, what, according to that sign, 620 miles to go?
I think we're under 100 miles now. We know it's just another step or two.
Yep.
Great movie. Totally based on true event. A football coach that inspires, and one was a rebellious linebacker.
Okay.
That's too much work. I can't do that. Finally made the kid get down on his hands and knees, put a blindfold on him, and had one of the small kids climb on his back. Because how far do you think you can crawl? Oh, I can. One more step. One more step. When he finally stopped and collapsed, took off his blindfold, he'd gone the entire field. He didn't realize what he could do. And that's a good part of military PT, isn't it? I don't know, something's wrong. It's not quite as steep as it was.
Well, I can walk back about 20 yards, jump up and down with my fat butt, and maybe I can tilt it some, make it steeper uphill.
You know, when I first realized what Army PT had done for me, last week of training, we went on a formation run, and then near the end, he stopped and just fall out, sprint to the end. I know that I have never been and never will be a runner. But if I wasn't one of the first four to cross. How did I do that? I'm not a runner.
We are many more things than we think we are. Look, there's another one right there.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Alien.
Jeez.
I remember one picture he shared. Look at this tree. Yeah, it's a tree. No, it's a tree that should not be here.
Yeah.
This tree only grows in a totally different climate at a different elevation. Here it is.
And then there's the other one over there that's just hanging on by, I don't even know what.
This is the last 3/4 of a mile.
Well, it looks like the planet drops off right up there.
That's the idea. This was my destination.
This is it.
Somewhere down there, you'll see the lake.
That is nuts, dude. Phew.
There's a different view of my hood.
Oh, that's a beautiful one. What do you think, Carl? That's a beautiful spot or what? It's insane.
Amazing. Amazing to be here again. I think I'm going to need to sit down for a few moments.
I think that sounds like a plan. I mean, how could you not want to sit down and just kind of take this in? Let's do that. Get a drink of water. That's one of the most picturesque places that I think I've seen for views of a valley and Mount Hood and all that.
Yeah.
That's just stunning. Yeah, so we get back what at the top of this hill, and then we got a lot of downhill.
Yeah.
Love the sound of the wind going through the trees.
Yeah.
Well, that broomstick looks like it's working pretty good for you.
Yeah. Somewhere I had a nice wooden walking stick back when I broke my hip.
So we made it to the viewpoint we wanted to get to. My buddy Carl accomplished his goal of getting back up there. What an incredible viewpoint. Man, I mean, just that valley floor that you've seen on the drone footage, it's a staggering place. So if you ever get a chance, head up the mountain out here to it'll go past Trillium Lake, and you go up towards Veda Lake, and it will end at a little turnout. Will be on your left, and you can find some parking in there, and you walk just past the turnout. On the right side is your little sign that says Veda Lake Trailhead, and you walk up that. I don't know how far it is. It's not bad. It's really not that bad. A little rocky, a little steep in some areas, both directions, but man, is it worth it. Those views are incredible. So good day, mission accomplished, and beautiful sights to see. So until the next one, it's Dana Price, Amber Dog Productions. Experience nature. I'll see you out there.